Knights of Apollo, what's up guys? Hope you're doing well and thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have some snacks and drinks and you're sitting somewhere comfortable because today we got another battle in Middle Earth. We're back playing a mod that I covered many years ago called Last Alliance Total War. It's a Lord of the Rings mod that's set in the Second Age. So of course the Battle of the Last Alliance, that's why it's got the the name Last Alliance Total War, and it is on Shogun 2. It might be kind of hard to tell because it is heavily modded, and I'm sure if you play a lot of Shogun 2 you can tell it's Shogun 2, but I haven't covered this mod in a very long time, and they made some massive updates, and just recently they released a huge new update. It's called Camille's Legacy. So of course Camille, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, I suck at names, I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, he's one of the Nazgul, one of the leader, actually the chief Nazgul during the Battle of the Black Gate. So after the Witch King dies, which of course the Witch King is, well, he's like the king of Nazguls, but when he dies, or I mean, I guess he doesn't really die because he's neither alive or dead. Anyways, when he evaporates, turns into nothing, Camille takes over as command, so he's really the last of the head of the Nazgul during the Battle of the Black Gate. I believe he dies fighting some eagles, and he falls into the erupting Mount Doom after the ring was destroyed. So anyways, he had some major roles during the Second Age, where he basically ruled over Dol Guldur. He was once a mortal man, a leader, a king potential. I don't know if he was a king, but he was a leader of runic forces of people, and he was corrupted by, of course, one of the rings that corrupted the leaders of men and became a Nazgul. So very cool. Basically, the update has Camille's Legacy because it's an update that focuses more on the eastern side of Middle Earth, focusing on different tribes and kind of going into more detail about that. If you guys want to learn more about like every tiny detail about this update, there is a Google Drive link in the video description, as long as I don't forget. So definitely check that out, and you can read everything about this update. And of course, the mod link is down in the video description as well. So be sure to download the mod. It's really easy. All you got to do is drop the files into your Shogun 2 data folder, data folder, and it should be good to go. It's pretty easy for me, so yeah, definitely check it out, guys. And what we're gonna do today, as you can tell, we've got an epic battle between orcs and dwarves. One of my favorite matchup here. I don't know why. I just love the dwarves so much. They're so just like stubborn and stouty and stouty. Is that a word? Stouty. They're stout and just awesome. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, sit back, relax, like I said, get some snacks and drinks, and let's jump into this battle and see how this mod looks in an actual battle. All right, guys, so I am playing, so this is not like some master epic battle full of like MLG tactics or anything like that. I'm just kind of playing as the dwarves against an AI army. The whole point of this video is just to show off some units and see how the fighting plays out. This mod slows down Shogun 2 combat drastically. They also add their own custom animations. They added their own voice, so you don't hear like Japanese during the battle. So yeah, they've added some things that made it feel a little bit slower, a little bit more like Medieval 2 style combat. Very just like kind of a slow burn, a slower pace, which is really interesting. And you can even see some of the dwarves, they kind of have that Shogun run animation, but they've put in a lot of their own animations, which kind of helps with that. Because the thing with Lord of the Rings is it's based off of like Western European art, well, the art of war, I guess, Western European style fighting. And of course, Shogun is a very, samurai Japanese feudal Japan is a very different style. So they had to overcompensate with the, you know, their own custom animations. Anyways, while these armies are advancing forward, I'm going to do some slow motion. We're going to check out these units. I pretty much have every unit from the Dwarven roster here. I might be missing a few here and there. But in the front line, we've got our skirmishers. So we've got some Khazad-dûm engineers. They look really cool. Nice scale armor there. They look pretty fantastic. Of course, the crossbows are pretty good. I don't believe there's crossbows in the vanilla game, so they had to kind of work pretty hard on making crossbows work here. We got Khazad-dûm Merchant Guard. These guys are pretty cool. They've kind of got these like fur hat kind of, I don't know, it almost reminds me of like a Russian style here. But they're pretty solid. Next to them, we've got Khazad-dûm Crossbowmen. So this is your default generic crossbows of Khazad-dûm. By the way, this is the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. So remember, like, this is the second age, so you're not going to see the same factions that you would see in other Lord of the Rings mod, like the Rohirrim and everything like that. Well, I mean, you will, but like they're different, if you get what I'm saying. We got more Khazad-dûm engineers up here, and finally, we've got some Khazad-dûm repeating crossbowmen, and this is actually the most expensive, most deadly crossbow unit. Let's kind of speed this up though, because I don't want to drag this video on. I'm sure you're getting bored here, but anyways, Khazad-dûm Great Shields. This is a spear polearm type unit. They look awesome. They look like they can hold out forever. So we've got more Great Shields. Next to them, we've got the Khazad-dûm Gate Guard. They kind of look like Great Shields without Great Shields. They got the same kind of poleaxe type of unit. Or weapon units. Jeez, what am I talking about? Then we got Khazad-dûm Paths Guard. I love the black and gold aesthetic here. You got the traditional spears. They look great. And I think they're, from the order we saw them, is strongest to weakest. Okay, the battle has kind of begun, so let's kind of speed this up a little bit. Next, we've got some Khazad-dûm Orc Hunters. These guys are insanely versatile. They're a crossbow unit, but also have spears, so they're pretty deadly in melee. Then we've got the Khazad-dûm Tunnel Guard. This is like your generic infantry here, like your lower end infantry. And then we got Khazad-dûm Warriors. They look cool. Nice little, sorry, I'm going a little fast here, but yeah, they got some nice shields and chainmail, it looks like. More Khazad-dûm Warriors. We got the Khazad-dûm Hammerers. These guys definitely going with more of the steel armor. You got these beautiful war hammers, beautiful helmets. They look fantastic. Look at the officer too, looking fresh, looking fly. And next to them, we've got, ooh baby, the Khazad-dûm Mithril Warriors. So they got that sweet, juicy, delicious armor that's going to keep them alive. Going to be tough to kill them. So this is the cream of the crop, as you could say. Creme de la creme, as the French would say. But yeah, they're going to be awesome. And then, of course, in the back here, we've got Khazad-dûm Durin Guard, which is the general that is going to be the general's unit. Look at it. Look at this. I mean, come on. Looking great. Now, let's go back. I'm going to go super fast over the Mordor. Mordor's just kind of there as something to kill. But it's hard. Look at this. Orc maggot fighters. I love that. The orcs are hard to do. I think orcs... Mordor is a hard faction to create because orcs are so awkward and weird and small and ugly. And I mean, I think they look pretty good. This guy is just... He's got a face only a mother could love, and his mother doesn't love him because he's an orc. And I don't see orcs having like very solid family home life, you know? I don't think they're like, you know, very family centric, you know, where they're like supporting each other. It's probably like, you maggot, get out there and get some man flesh, you know, or something like that. I don't get out of the house, you maggot, when I was your age, you know. It's like boomer, like, anyways. Orc spears, orcs just everywhere. We could go into detail with these guys, but you know, Mordor is all about, like, they've got kind of like, they're about quantity rather than quality. So they're just gonna throw I think their army's like 2,000 men larger than mine. So Let's just see them in action as we press play here. My crossbows opening fire, doing some damage. They're also taking some hits, ooh, from the orcs, and look at them fire. That looks so great. As the enemy infantry is closing in, I'm moving up my spears, and I get most of them into a spear wall formation, and they're going to be the initial defense. And look at this. I mean, it's pretty impressive. You can see the occasional Shogun 2 animation, which, of course, those are beautiful animations. They're not always perfect, but they made their own animations, guys. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I'm sure they're going to continue to make more and just continue to have a lot of variety in the animations. But now the Khazad-dûm Great Shields are seeing some action. We got a little bit of a fight over here with the oh, these guys don't stand a chance. The Maggot Fighters versus the oh, no, these are Great Shields. Sorry. The Mithrils are not in the fight yet. So that's going on. A nice big battle line protecting the crossbows. Now at this point, Mordor is sending in Orc Spearmen. They're going to send in the rest of their reserves. They initiated the fight with some of their units, but now it's time to go in and support them. So my spears are taking on a overwhelmingly large amount of orcs right now. And I think it's time for my Dwarven reserve line to move forward. Crossbows are still holding their ground, firing at the enemy archers in the reserve. But I am now officially sending forward the Khazad-dûm warriors and the other various infantry, which is, they're mostly non-spear infantry. They're like sword infantry moving in to support the spear infantry. So they're going to get in there and get their swords wet. Let's go ahead and press play again and do normal speed. You can see that Mordor is pushing hard on their right flank. And I'm having to kind of peel some units over to this side. If you want to say peel, that's kind of a weird way to describe it, but I'm shifting some units over to the left side and just preparing for this overreaching flanking attack by the goblin scum, the orc scum. Orcs, goblins, whatever offends them the most, maybe just stupid creatures. So there we go. I'm sending in my hammers, and the hammer's job, you know, they're the final edge. They're the line here, you know. They got to hold back and maintain this front. So this is a beautiful fight. Really impressive, guys. Like I said, the battles have really slowed down. If this was Shogun 2, the battle would be almost over by now. I mean, it depends, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, this is just great. It looks fantastic. What we're gonna also do, guys, after this battle, we're gonna look at some of the factions. We'll go into a custom battle, just kind of look at, you know, custom battle lobby and look at some of the factions and everything like that, so you can get a better view of what to expect in this mod. I believe they're also working on a campaign, guys. So if you are looking for something that's not Third Age, because honestly, I feel like Third Age Total War for Medieval 2 is probably the king. Probably like Divide and Conquer is probably the king of a Lord of the Rings campaign. But if you've played it over 1,000,000 times and you wanted to try something new and maybe something at a different time period, a Second Age Lord of the Rings game, which I think is awesome, can kind of help you live the lore a little bit, right? You know, you kind of live it out and see some of these factions in their earlier stages before, you know, what we know of them in the Third Age. But yeah, this is I mean, it's not like a highly strategic, intense battle, but it's just fun to see these orcs and dwarves battle it out and try to fight for superiority. Now, I do have a unit of Khazad-dûm Orc Hunters. Again, this is an archer unit, but they can fight in melee pretty effectively. If they get charged by cav, they're going to destroy the cav. That's the beauty of this unit. But they're just firing on the flank, trying to soften up these orcs. And we get a bird's eye view. We'll do some slow motion, too. Get a bird's eye view, and you can see that occasionally there's some orcs breaking here, but that's not too surprising. These are the maggot archers, maggot infantry. they're expected to break right away. They're like, I'm going back to my mom's house. You know, like, what are you doing back here? Anyways. Anyway, what am I even going on about? But yeah, we're breaking some orc units, that's for sure. Let's go zoom out over here, and you can see that we have won. Look at this, the hammer squad. Imagine getting hit by one of these hammers. I mean, talk about, like, not so much, it's more like horrific for the person watching another person get hit by this hammer, because the person getting hit by the hammer, they probably just get knocked out so quick, and it's not even a big deal. But if you're standing next to him and you see his skull just, and when I say knockout, I mean killed, but when you see his skull just cave in and his eyeball pop out from the sheer power of these hammers, I mean, it would be absolutely terrifying. So I'm going to move these hammers around the flank and try to set up a nice flanking charge. You can see through the tree line, just trying to support wherever I can. But yeah, it's looking good. The skill of the... Oh, and it crashed. Alright, guys, so I think we're about where we left off with this hammer squad flanking around on the other side. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. But it happens. I mean, it's mods, you know, they do that. There's a lot of moving parts. I mean, look at this, though. Look at this battle. I mean, this looks awesome. There's a lot of units, a lot of men on the battlefield right now. So this is just so cool. It looks great. And like I said, guys, I recommend you guys try this mod out and give it a download. It's really quick. It took me like 40 minutes to download the whole mod. And it takes even like way shorter than that to install the files onto the folder. So I would absolutely love to see some community battles. Of course, keep them like themed. I think everybody loves a theme. Nobody wants to watch like good guys fight good guys. Maybe do like a historic battle. I would love to see that, guys, and I would be more than happy to show that on my channel. And there we go. So now I've started to flank here. If we actually zoom out and show the HUD, I've started to flank. And this is where the big break happens. We were literally at the end of the battle. We'll do some slow motion just to get some final little battle scenes going on here. But I hope you thought this was cool. Again, don't leave after the battle. We're going to check out the campaign. We're going to check out some of the factions here. But yeah, this is looking like a glorious victory for the dwarves. Now, if the orc army was actually led by a player, it'd be obviously much more challenging because the player would use his numbers a bit more effectively and try to flank a bit more and try to overwhelm a bit more. But yeah, the AI is, of course, you guys know the AI for Total War is not the smartest. It's hard to make a intelligent AI, and especially in a game like this. But yeah, there we go. They instantly break, and the dwarves, or not instantly, but you get what I'm saying. They break, and the dwarves are victorious. So we're going to end the battle, look at the results, and then check out more of this mod. All right, guys, so here we are at the stats, and I got a lot of kills because we are fighting goblins. Just to give you a quick rundown, the Great Shield's getting 251. We got the Great Guard over here getting 226. So Great Guard, Great Shields. Whenever you got a unit with Great in the name, it's probably going to be pretty great. The Hammerers got 306 kills. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, so those are the top dogs in terms of kills. Unfortunately, we can't see the goblins here. Oh, wait, no, we can. Oh, they're down here. Okay. Well, they clearly did not get a lot of kills. Let's see. What's the most? 68, I think. The Orc Archers. No surprise that it's Archers. Let's see. 42 with the Orc Spearmen. That's interesting. 44 with the Orc Bodyguard. Orc Bodyguard's probably a more tough unit. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed that battle. Let's go ahead and go to custom battles. We're not going to play one, but just wanted to show you some of the factions here. I'm going to mispronounce a lot of these names. I'm not too familiar with the Second Age, which is exciting because I can familiarize myself with the Second Age. So I'm going to make this really short, guys. This is all the factions currently in this mod. You can see some fan favorites like Breland, Khazad-dûm, who I played as. Of course, we got Mordor. We got Camulid Empire, which is Camul's empire, which is pretty cool. We've got like early Rohan there, which is awesome. We got the Kingdom of Numenor, which is so interesting. Warhost of the North, which I assume is like Dol Guldur, early Dol Guldur. We got Galen. This is like the Wood Elves. I'm pretty sure this means green wood. So this is like the Wood Elf faction. You got Lothlorien, which is another Wood Elf faction. Shadow of Black Snake. I believe this is like was it Rune or no, a Harad most likely. Ooh, look, I mean, there's so many factions, so much more than you would think. So definitely cool stuff there. Let's go ahead and look at the, oh wait, let's go ahead and look at the campaign. Now, if we could do, let's see, I think it's just this one right here. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at Middle Earth. It's big. Like, it almost seems bigger in this. Oh, wow. I don't know how fleshed out. Yeah, see, okay, yeah, I don't know how fleshed out this campaign is. I'm sure the developers will leave some comments here, but look at this. This is so cool. Like, you just got like early, I don't know. I think it's just cool playing as like the early versions of the factions we know and love. So yeah, this is great. I mean, wow, there's so much you can play as here. Got some eastern, southeastern factions. That's so cool. That is so cool. So definitely check it out, guys. I think it deserves a download. Again, if you got any cool battle replays, submit them onto my Discord, which is linked down in the video description. Everything is linked down in the description, guys, so definitely check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If you did, of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And that's going to be it for today, guys. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.